Alderman Tillman has deferred his chair to myself. So with that, I'd like to call this special meeting to order on this day of February 5th at 6 p.m. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll, please?
Before you guys call the roll, let me just say that I think this council should reschedule this meeting till next Tuesday. On the agenda, you do not have roll call, you do not have a call for public comment, which is required by the Open Meetings Act. So the council should do this meeting agenda the right way. This is an open meetings violation per the law. We have to have public comment, we have to have roll call on the agenda. The agenda that's posted does not have a roll call and it doesn't have public comment. So members of the public can't even comment on this agenda tonight.
Can we amend the agenda to say roll call and public comment, like we would amend the agenda for any other motion?
It should be either prior to posting, and that's what I was talking to council about. It should be on there. Just because every open meetings has to have a public comment. Has to.
But the question is, can we say it? Because it was posted so the public can come. And we got the same number of people from the public that's normally here every meeting.
Well, what I'm saying is that it should have been, public comment should have been on the agenda along with roll call when it was posted. It's not like amending, because when we amend other things, we're amending it because it's on the agenda. These things aren't, we're adding things to the agenda. See what I'm saying?
Okay, so what is the penalty for not having those two things?
Well, I don't know, that's up to the Attorney General.
But it was posted timely. It just, human error. Those two things were not there. Though it was posted timely, it was emailed, it was posted on the door, it was posted on the website, right?
Yeah, and I have no evidence to say that it was, and I just got it.
Because I would hate to inconvenience the public that actually came because they knew of the meeting. That seems like an inconvenience to the public.
Well,
in my reading, I think we can still do it if we just allow the public comment, and that's what I just talked to you about, correct me if I'm wrong. And we have another attorney here. Everybody can put their heads together, I think, as long as we do.
I don't think it's that serious.
well, I agree that you have to allow public comment no matter what, whether it's on the agenda or not. That, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying this, I took for the mayor's point, and the answer to the question is, you asked me whether we could amend it. We're not amending
So we
it,
can't
you'd
do
be
that.
adding it. So
Right.
that was your question. That's all I was answering.
Okay, thank you.
And I don't think there's anything that says it has to be worded, it just has to allow it.
Okay.
Oh, I think best practices is, let's just put it legally, to keep it legally sound, is that public comment should be on the agenda so people know that they can come and speak on any item that's on the agenda.
Is that the consensus of the other, of legal counsel?
You can go right there.
Jamin from...
I agree with Corporation Counsel that it should have been on the agenda, both of the two items of which we are discussing. And I would also tend to agree that it's a technical violation of the OMA. But as a courtesy to everybody that's here, if we do the public comments and we do the roll call, which I believe somebody was about to do, that cures the defect of not doing the roll call and of not doing public comments. Whether it's completely curative, council's right, that's up to the PAC. But I think the meeting can go forward with that, but we are potentially setting ourselves up for a PAC comment, but we've cured it. In other words, it would be a technical violation if it is a violation that's being cured as we go forward today.
Can you explain to the council any action that's taken today if the PAC comes back and says that there's a violation could be deemed void if we go forward with the meeting?
There is that possibility, however remote, because everything that's going to be done on the merits is on the agenda. I think it would be a stretch to say that they would completely undo everything, but I don't know, I'm not the PAC.
Well, I feel cured. We could take a
It's
roll
up,
call.
it's up to the council, I think, to decide how to go, but council is right, there's a technical violation, but there's an argument that actually doing it cures it.
Can we take a 5-minute recess?
Well, we
Quickly.
never we never started.
We haven't started. We haven't started.
So give me a second. I'm gonna make a call.
And we still, okay, so this is the consensus of everyone is that we move forward with the meeting to discuss the items that are on the agenda, in addition to making sure we have a roll call and the roll call and public comment, right. So we will discuss the items, but we will not take any action, obviously, on anything on the agenda with the exception of the approval of the bill list that is still outstanding from the January 22nd agenda. So,
Mr. Deputy Mayor,
yes.
again, I deem this a illegal meeting. I will not participate in this illegal meeting, so I would suggest to council, you can go forward, but I will be following the action with the PAC tomorrow because this is a legal meeting that the city cannot afford for the PAC to come back and say that this is a legal meeting.
Well, Mayor, you have a number of illegal meetings, and he's never come back for it on you. And if he wants to risk his seat for something as minor as a human error, let him do it. We're ready for roll call.
He's not risking his seat. He's Attorney General. So
He
you
is.
tell
He
him
don't act on nothing
You're not an
else.
attorney, Alderwoman, so you're going to
Neither are you, Mayor.
So you're going to tell
Bang, bang.
you're going to tell the Attorney General.
Stop it. We have said as a council what we
Alderwoman,
want to do. Stop.
I said what I said, Alderwoman.
And I said what I said.
So I am
The
not
chair said that we are ready for roll call.
So Alderwoman.
You can file whatever you want,
Alderwoman, as nasty as you're going to be.
as nasty as you are.
I'm telling you, Alderwoman.
This chair said we are ready for roll call, and
Are
you
you
are
finished?
disrespecting that chair.
Okay.
Are you finished,
Can-
Alderwoman?
And I'm never going to be finished.
Well, Alderwoman, you're not going to disrespect me. I'm
I'm
talking
going to
to-
give you the same respect you
I'm
give
talking
me.
to
None.
the chair, Alderwoman.
None.
I'm talking to the deputy mayor. So if you guys are going to go forward, go
Okay.
forward. I will not participate in the meeting.
We just wait for
guys
you to be
can discuss,
quiet.
and you can do, but Alderman, I'm not going to participate in this meeting.
That understood, Mayor.
So Alderman, please run the meeting.
All right, with that, can I have a roll call, please? Madam Clerk?
Harvey. Here. Wilson.
Here.
Tillman.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Gardner.
Here.
Nelson. Here. Phillips. Here. For
All
the
right, at this
record,
time, we're
Chair,
gonna-
for the record, can you say who else is in the meeting, because he was here and now he left, so I just want to make sure for the record, so
Okay,
like
for the-
myself and the
For the
treasurer.
record, in the meeting, we have myself, Alderman Williams, Alderwoman Harvey, Alderwoman Wilson, Alderman Tillman, Alderman Gardner, Alderwoman Nelson, Alderwoman Phillips, Treasurer Tarka, Clerk Figs, attorneys, Deputy Clerk Coffey, and a slew of other members of Calumet City, and a member from the public. We don't need to go through everybody. All right.
But we
Okay.
do not have the city attorney. Again,
We don't have we have Corporation Counsel and Legislative Counsel.
but not the city attorney.
Okay.
Again,
Okay.
for the record.
Okay, public comment. Welcome.
Welcome. Good evening, City Council. I will not be giving my address. Everybody in here knows where I live at and who I am. Again, I'm going to say this, and then I will comment on the anonymous letter I received at my home today. So, the residents are of the opinion, some residents, we are of the opinion that I would like to know what job is out here that I can come and show up anytime I get ready and still get paid, whether I'm on time or whether I'm late. And that seems to be what's happening here at Calumet City City Council. There is no accountability held here for aldermen coming in late and getting paid the same amount of money. But I was very surprised today to receive this. I don't know if it came last night or this morning mail. It's probably last night because I didn't check my mail. The letter states, Ms. Tate, I watch you confront the Cal City Alderman and the mayor at the city council meeting, which is not true. I don't agree with that. And we are impressed. I'm not confronting anyone. I've been a resident here at Calumet City approximately 35 plus years. So they should start all meetings on time, but they don't. I see the mayor would be in his chair 10 minutes or 5 minutes before the meeting, but the aldermen stroll in 20 or 30 minutes late. I wouldn't go as far as 20 to 30 minutes, but you guys are late. It makes me feel like the commitment of some of you aldermen is not there. And if you don't want to be an alderman, don't waste the public time and don't waste my time, because we need people to represent the city of Calumet City, because some of you guys don't live here anyway. They went on to say this is a shame, seeing that each alderman and elected officials get paid $1,800 more for attending each special meeting that they call. Did you know that? Did you know that their salary is $24,000 each, but they get another $50,000 in special meetings? They couldn't even approve your water issue for $300, but each of them get $1,800 as a special meeting. Now, I don't know how true this is, and that's why I'm bringing it before the council. However, I do know true about the water issue that I had. That is true. But this other thing about, and we've been having quite a few special meetings, and that concerns me, because you talk to one alderman, we in the red. You talk to another alderman, we not in the red. However, we received a message saying to veto the council for the alderman, but we didn't receive a message saying that our water was being increased. That's strange, you know. So the council voted on an increase of water sewer, and then that special sewer tax without the residents being involved. That is terrible, that is bad, that is disrespectful, because without us, there is no you. So you guys really, we need and you need to get it together, because I received 15 calls today from residents, and they should be at this meeting, but a lot of them don't know about this meeting because it's a special meeting, and we've been having them quite frequent. We go over the same thing over and over and over. So my question is it true that every time they call a special meeting, that the council aldermen get $1,800 more for attending each special meeting? Because they're very frequent. That's all I have. And if anyone want to see this letter, you know, you're more than welcome to see it. But that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, item number 1, motion to approve, can I have a motion to approve the bill list as it appeared on the agenda of January 22nd, 2026?
Everything we need to approve the bill listing. We did the receipts, everything that was attached was not associated with the bill listing.
Okay, is there a specific?
Everything on the bill list.
Can you pull off those things that you have question about, or is it just everything?
No, I want to see the receipts and the invoices like we did previously.
All right, did you review the items on the bill list?
Yes.
Okay, are you aware that there, and Treasurer Tarker, can you speak to the time-sensitive items that appear on that bill list that we need to likely handle sooner than later?
Certainly. First of all, I wasn't privy to how these documents were loaded on your computer, so I don't have any knowledge as to why the detail doesn't match the bill list. That certainly should not be. But I believe this January 22nd bill list contains a Blue Cross Blue Shield bill, which, if goes unpaid, may result in some break in service with our medical insurance for our employees.
So we can approve the Blue Cross Blue Shield, but the other stuff, I agree with Alderwoman Nelson, and where did she go? But as Ms. Tate said, this is why we are having meetings, because we don't ever get what we need the first meeting. And if the treasurer has identified Blue Cross Blue Shield, then we pay Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm uncomfortable paying anything. We keep getting contracts that were signed prior to, and payments like the PRG group. We've been paying them since April of 2025. Y'all was sworn in May 1st.
Yeah. So I just want to add that we're not trying to hold up anything. We previously set in place that we wanted to see every receipt, every invoice, and it is to be attached. It happened for maybe about 2 to 3 cycles, but then it just goes back away. If we're not paying attention to this, we go right back to where we were. And that is important for me. I want to be able to see the receipts and the invoices so I can match them up. And that's all I'm asking for. And if there's something that needs to be paid immediately, I'll vote for that. But we need to stop veering away from being holding people accountable and seeing the proper legal documents that we are supposed to before we render votes.
Can I ask you what you're looking at that doesn't match? But I mean, where did you get that from?
From Muni Code.
Okay.
So when everything is loaded in there, go ahead, Tillman.
So I'm in Muni Code right now, and I'm seeing all the receipts. So I was asking, I think I said this at the last meeting, which items specifically were you all pulling out, or which items were missing? It sounds like you're saying all of it is missing, but that's simply not true. I'm looking at it. It's like
But show
1,000.
me where, if you compare Tillman to the list, those are receipts, but none of the receipts in there match to the January the 22nd, 2026 bill list. Now, show me, I'll apologize, but there's not one. I checked at least 6 times.
I'm on Munico right now. I'm looking at the packet from that date, January 22nd. The first thing I'm looking at is Comcast Business, that's in the bill list. And it's on page 247 of 1,335 pages. And every page after 237 are the items for the bill list. So it's over 1,000 pages of documents, and they are all labeled item 8, which is the bill list.
Compare them going down, they don't match.
They don't match.
No.
They don't match the bill list?
Yes. Show me where the first item on there is the African American hair braiding for $138. That's the first one.
She said African hair braid?
Yeah, that's the first one. That's the very first bill.
African hair braid?
And that's why we stayed. And I'm not trying to be rude. Compare it.
Is IT here to bring us our iPads? That's another thing. If we are calling meetings, everybody in this city hall that has a job that supports this council should be here doing that job.
Bill list.
And then go down to bill list and then the receipts after it. The first receipt is a credit card bill showing all the spending of the Portillo's for $769.77. We have a museum, somebody's at the museum, don't know what it is. I would like to know what it's for and who it was for. I'm not against it if it's for the right people. Then it goes on to talk about some other vision, trans, and other things. So my thing is, show me where the first receipt or invoice is for the African American hair braiding.
The African American braiding, it looks like it was a refund, if you read the line. So that probably wouldn't have a receipt.
Probably a UB refund?
It says UB refund.
Utility billing.
Still, the invoice should be there now. The next.
There is no invoice. It's a refund. We're giving them back money that they paid us.
I guess I'm slow or something.
All right, so
I have
how many
a question
pages of this?
regarding the bill list as well.
Okay.
I noticed that we have like several cleaning companies that's, and to me, an astronomical amount for them to come clean the buildings. Why do we have 3 different companies?
Which companies are you speaking of?
Echo Cleaning,
Total of $21,170. No
Yep.
invoice.
Does that sound familiar to either public safety?
I think that's a supply company. I don't think it's
Okay, is there a corroborating invoice for Echo Cleaning? Is there a corroborating invoice for that?
Smelly Fresh.
I mean, it's in alphabetical order.
Can we pay for Blue Cross Blue Shield and
Well, we have other things in here we need to consider. Isn't Arlington Power Equipment, does that sound?
Arlington Power is probably going to be the generator service. That's the only Arlington Power that I would know would be a generator.
Is there something for Arlington Power?
For the police department to keep it operational in case of a storm.
Salt. Okay, I see salt truck, salt. Ameritized life insurance. And I get what you all saying, but I mean, certain things we just can't continue to kick down the road and not at least try to address it. You know,
Yeah, one more.
if we have the invoices,
We're going to disregard that legally we are to view invoices and receipts.
Who said anything about disregarding? I said if we have the invoices and the receipts that appear in the supplemental, then I don't see no reason why we can't move forward.
Did you find one receipt attached, Alderman Williams, that matched the bill list? I see some Burlington receipts.
Burlington.
Those likely for the
Likely.
the clerks and many of the employees get the clothing, right? Isn't it usually
Who
Burlington?
get
They get clothing allowances.
Who?
Right, then they get reimbursed for their clothing.
So, yeah, clerks do have a clothing allowance.
That was for you.
But I can't speak to that because I don't have access to
Okay.
it.
So you just didn't see.
Oh, that was
It
for
might
you.
have been Burlington, it probably was, I don't know
Yeah,
the
it
date,
was
I mean,
for-
I can't look at it, but
It was for-
either, but your
Yeah.
Fourth Ward toy drive.
Correct.
There were purchases made at Burlington.
I have a question. So Tarka, do you have an ETA on when we'll be able to get the receipts that Alderman Nelson is asking for?
It's not just what Alder Nelson is
Well-
asking for, it's what should be asked for.
Correct, I understand that, but you put it out on the floor, and that's why I said that. So do you have the ETA on when we'll be able to get what's needed so that we can move forward? And not only just for this bill list, but for all bill lists going forward?
Are you addressing me?
Yes, sir, I am.
Well, according to my limited knowledge, it would appear that we've already given you the backup that's in the system. We provide the bill list, and the backup comes from, is added to the Muni code. I'm not sure by whom, if it's IT or the purchasing
So-
department, but Alderman Tillman, is it there or not?
I'm seeing that things are here, and that's why I want Alderman to be very specific about which items are missing. Burlington is on page 240, the receipt for Burlington. Did you go through it? It's here. It's on page 240.
It's not on our list, though.
Burlington is in the bill list. Someone just mentioned it. The receipt for Burlington, every item is on page 240.
What are you not understanding? Those receipts in there, Burlington is not on the bill list. The receipts in there are not the same listed on the bill list. Burlington is in there as a receipt, but there's no Burlington on the bill list.
Burlington is on the bill list. Page 233.
You got the right bill list?
It's in alphabetical order. Just go right to Burlington where it would be. It's right there.
Make sure y'all on the same day.
Yeah, that's right.
The bill list from January 22nd, 2026. Make sure you have the right agenda. I'm seeing everything that you all bring up and cross-check. I agree, we should have every receipt,
I see it now.
but it seems like everything is here. If something is missing, let's point it out and let's identify it and then act specifically for those receipts.
Okay, so that's gonna
Because
take some time. I was trying to get on the system, that's why I had to borrow, Phillips. I can't access Muni, I had it all written out.
And we don't have our iPads.
Right. Look, I'm not trying to be difficult, you guys, but we deserve them receipts, and I wouldn't have to do that here. So, but you guys do what you want to do. Go ahead, take a vote, go for it.
What if you approve it conditionally, and if there's something else, we can always go back and ask for the money
I'll make a
back from a
yeah.
vendor?
No, it's not on the list.
I just wanted to make. public response group to make sure it wasn't.
I make a motion to approve the bill list as is.
Discussion with one, I'm sorry.
Second for brief discussion. I'm okay with approving the bill list for the sake of, not losing coverage with employees' medical insurance, health insurance. However, there are still some discrepancies lingering. I think we should give the opportunity for them to strike those items tonight from the bill list pending supporting documentation presentation to the council.
And I would agree with that.
So
Which items what items are you referring to?
you guys can list the items.
Do we have an IT employee here that can give us our computers?
There's no one here, I don't believe.
So we have a first, we have a second, and then we're just looking to see if there's items on the bill list that there's not supporting documents for. Is that where we're at?
Is it a way, would you guys be okay with having them print out the bill list and just kind of go through whatever it is while we discuss everything else?
So I have it up. I can explain it with the notes I wrote from yesterday. If you start from page right after the bill list, which is listed at page right after, hold on, it's 239. The first bill that's in there, it's from Apple Store, or receipt, or invoice, for $107. The first bill is the UB refund. Okay, you say we don't have anything, but we should have something of the transaction. But okay, then we go to the next one, is Access One Company for $164. The next receipt is Burlington receipt. So what has happened from the last 3 times that we began to do this, things were in order, right? So if I'm going down this bill list and I'm strolling down each document, it should be in chronological order to stop the confusion. See, let me just keep going. So Burlington is the receipt, but we're still on the A's in the on the bill list. Again, we've gotten it all in order before, verified it. So you go past Burlington, the next receipt is or invoice is Comcast. The next 3 items or 4 are Air One equipment. So I have to go in and look and put all of this together now to just put it in chronological order, and there's a lot missing for me to understand that. And I literally have set up and looked at this stuff at least 6 times. All I'm saying is we have to put a stop to this, you guys. This is, to me, blatant distraction, just like that letter that was mailed from a city employee to that resident. All I'm saying is for me to make a conscious decision and be accountable for what I'm doing, whoever responsibility is, they by law are supposed to do it, and the attorneys know it. So I'm asking for us to do something about it. Tarka has 2 employees downstairs, then we have other employees who are getting top salary. I'm not trying to complain, but this is a lot sitting up, y'all, trying to put this stuff in order. And I apologize, Burlington is on there, but again, go down the attachments and see how out of order it is. And to receive it 3 times previous to see it, just, there you go.
So you're saying that the receipts don't correspond with the items?
Yes.
Okay, that's
She's saying they're not in alphabetical order.
Yeah, they're not in order.
Okay.
They're not in alphabetical order or whichever order it is. So whatever you guys want to do, I can go for it, but I'm asking, let's not revert back to not looking at this stuff.
I'm gonna ask the chief. Chief, is there anything pending on this bill list, do you know, that is critical to our operation?
She just mentioned Air One as one of our main vendors. Air One and Fire Services is one of our main vendors, so
If it is a double tax, I guess what I'm missing is like every time the department head puts a PO in, we have to attach the invoice along with it. And that's where I'm not sure where the confusion, you guys should be able to get access to, when we put in there, open up attachment and the invoice is right there.
All right, so Air One.
Air One is primary for the fire department, so fire service.
All right, is there any communication vendors that are critical to our communications?
I don't know what else is on there, but that Arlington, that is not the generator.
Yeah, that's salt. It was salt.
Something else. All four are generators.
Okay. First Net
You said it's not.
is,
Oh.
okay.
I don't think that's us.
The first net is a phone service or carrier.
Yeah,
Arlington Power is the salt.
yeah, it was salt.
The one I was seeing, the Comcast that you're gonna see on there, that is for the modems for the whole cameras that are up.
Comcast.
Yes.
All right, bear with me.
With the EMS side, do you have anything listed as Foundry or Zoll? That's all has to do with the EMS.
Foundry.
Foundry, U-O-U-N-D, tree. Zoll, Z-O-L-L.
What page is the, okay, Comcast poll.
What are we doing?
Centos. Josh, is that the, that's the uniforms, correct? Yes, to approve. Yeah, I'm trying to,
Yeah, I think you're gonna read them all off at one time.
I shouldn't even be here.
Jerry, offhand, do you know the, oh. Look, I'm just trying to make sure our cars can have gas and we don't have no breaking communications and those type of things. 'Cause just trying to pick out the things that are critical to our public safety and operations. BP gas. But nobody can give us an accurate list of what that is. Yeah, but it's fine, where she didn't get it. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, we can move forward. I'm okay with moving forward. So we'll come back to item number 1. That seems to be something that's going to take.
Can we have a motion to postpone item number 1 to after item 8?
So moved.
Item 8.
So moved.
Yeah, I withdraw. Well, who made the motion? Chairman and Guy. Okay. So can you guys withdraw your motion?
I would like to withdraw my second.
And then we just need a motion to postpone agenda item number 1 to after agenda item number 10.
A motion to postpone item number 1 to after agenda item number 8.
Oh.
All right, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 All right, item number 2 and 3 were previously approved. Item number 4, discussion and possible action on directing legislative counsel to represent the interests of the alderpersons and the city of Calumet City in the case of Ken Jones versus Thaddeus Jones in Calumet City.
If I may, Chair.
Sure.
Discussion. So I think, I wholeheartedly believe that we should vote to allow our legislative counsel to represent our interest in this case. I also do not believe that taxpayers should be paying to defend the named accused, Thaddeus Jones, using taxpayer dollars for an extortion case. I don't know if our attorney wanted to say anything. Are you good? Okay.
All right, so can
I would just add that, it's, obviously you can do what you want, but none of the alderpersons are defendants.
Well, I'm sorry, Paul. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to make sure that I was clear. Thaddeus Jones is not being sued as mayor. He's being sued independently and separately as an individual. That is why I said we are the council and representing the city.
No matter how they caption the case, it's because of his official duty. If it's true and it's an allegation, that's number one, right? Nothing's true yet, right? It's an allegation. And if I understand it, and I haven't read the complaint, but the allegation is he did something as mayor, not as something else, right? I mean, it's just, that's what it is.
No.
He did something as a candidate for mayor.
He's being sued for potential criminal things.
Yes, it's
Right,
criminal.
but it's in his official capacity.
But he was not in his official capacity. He was acting as a candidate.
The facts throughout the complaint, I read it, does not all list them as mayor. In fact, some of it says individually.
Right, but that's not uncommon, right, to say in their official and individual capacity. And even sometimes when they try to get around their official capacity, they'll say it in their individual capacity. But if he was an alderman or in any role, and there's a tie to the government, then he's afforded a defense, right? And that's really what they're going after. They're not going after him as an individual. They're going after the deep pocket. They're going after the city. Right, and that's why they're doing it that way. Now, I'll go back and read it,
You should read the complaint.
Yeah, and I would just say that,
Because I believe he appointed you all.
I don't know.
And that's a conflict of interest for me.
Well, if there is a conflict, I haven't seen the complaint, but I mean, I'm happy to take a look at it, but I'm just saying that normally, when somebody's defending, and, we can have legislative co-counsel if somebody wants to, Odelson's office wants to sit in the depths. That's the
No,
way it
we
would work.
want our legislative council to represent us separate from whatever attorney that the public does not pay for to represent Thaddeus Jones criminally.
To be clear, it's two defendants, him individually and then Calumet City. So
Right.
I think what she's saying is legislative council represent Calumet City.
I suppose if there's a conflict, that's fine, yes. If that's what you're saying, you believe there's a conflict.
Correct.
Right, so I guess whoever, I mean, he's entitled to a defense too. It's just an allegation.
Absolutely. We just shouldn't pay for it.
Well, it's not a criminal complaint. It wasn't brought by the Department of Justice or by the state's attorney's office. It was brought by an individual. So it's not a criminal complaint. I could see that, and I would agree with you on that. What I'm saying is that it's an allegation that's been made. It very well be false. We
Yes.
don't know yet.
It could be.
And so we have to, if you want to bring in Mr. Odelson's firm to defend the city, I suppose that's fine. It's consistent, and there may be a conflict between you and the mayor, so the mayor should probably be entitled to his own defense. But I don't think you can go as far to say you're not going to pay for a defense for him when something was done in his official capacity. I mean,
I think that's where we disagree, because this was at the time that he was candidate Jones, individual Jones.
But he was still an elected alderman, correct?
He was the mayor.
He was the mayor, so yeah, I'll sit down and work with Odelson's firm on it and figure out how the representation works, but I don't, is there an insurance company that's involved here that may be sending out a reservation of rights letter, if it triggers insurance? So those are the things we have to look at. So if the insurance company says.
May I defer to City Clerk Figs?
Sure.
Chair.
I just wanted to say, when the city sued me, the clerk, in my capacity, because what it is that you all said that I did was in the capacity, the city did not defend me. It went to court, and the judge had to make you all pay for my attorney Therefore, if you guys do not want to pay for it, a judge will tell you if you have to. So it should go to court for that, because I paid out of pocket for my attorneys until the judge, and that money was not recouped. That money, that attorney still have up until that point. And then when the judge said, no, this is in her official capacity, because what it was that I did was in my official capacity, or the alleged allegations that was not true. The judge said, hey, you all have to pay, so you don't have to cover it, and if you do, the judge will tell you.
Okay.
So, I got a question for the clerk in that regard. So the judge found that the city was liable to pay for your attorney?
Yes, I do think that our allegations are not the same, but when the judge will say that, and then the judge will say, city
was that-
pay, and then you will pay.
Was that predicated on the results of the case, or was that just in principle alone, that
It
when
was
you're
in the-
acting in your capacity as clerk, the city was responsible for paying your attorney's fees?
So my attorney had to file something to say that it should be paid for, and I don't know what that is. Maybe Alderman Tillman knows that verbiage, but the attorney had to file and say, hey, this is in the official capacity. So maybe his attorneys need to file something that says this is in official capacity. However, it was quite some time I was paying that attorney out of my pocket.
That discussion is not even before us. This motion doesn't say anything about his attorney's fees or the attorneys representing him or not. It's just about who represents Calumet City.
Right. And you want.
Because currently in the case, I believe our corporation counsel represents both. They filed an appearance for both him individually and Calumet City.
Right.
And we don't want that. We
Okay,
want,
well, then
we
we'll
want
We can
our,
have our
You
own
can have-
attorney to
Yes.
represent us as aldermen.
Okay.
Not as aldermen, because you're not defendants. They would represent this. Mr. Odelson's office would come in to represent the city.
which that's us. We're the 7 wards of the city.
Okay, and that's what,
Ready to
that's,
The
vote.
city's everybody.
right.
The taxpayers, everybody.
Ready to vote.
So, okay.
So the motion says council to represent the interests of all the persons in the
Yes.
city of Calumet City, right? In the case of Ken Jones versus Thaddeus Jones of Calumet City. So that's the motion.
Okay.
So can I have a
You need
second?
a second. Okay, go ahead.
All right, motion, yes, second by Alderwoman Harvey.
And can we I want to make a motion to recuse myself from voting.
I don't think you have to make a motion to do that, Alderman. I think you just abstain. But you can state your reason.
No, I think we need to, the technical code, when you read it, the state law says I should make the motion.
Okay.
Abstention or present go with the vote of the majority.
Okay, so you're making a motion, so you're making the motion to abstain, and you need a second.
Second.
Yeah, I'm making a motion to recuse myself from
Right.
voting.
And then you have a second, so then
Right.
you're going to have the roll call on that,
Can I roll call?
on recusal.
Just,
Right.
yes,
Yes, a roll. Go ahead.
Yes.
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 Did she call me?
And then now we do the.
Wilson. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and now we do the motion to approve legislative council to represent the alderpersons and the city, with noting that Alderman Tillman's recusal.
No, it just says,
That's correct.
it's,
You just don't call my name for
Right.
this role.
So just call
but
the vote.
that's not, he didn't read this motion. He added the city to the,
It's the motion that's left.
It's the motion that's pending.
okay.
It's the motion that's pending.
All right, let's go.
That was the case. So much for whispering. Microphone.
All right, so
Can I have a,
I didn't hear it.
no, we're just in a roll call now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, roll call.
For number 4, right?
This is item number 4.
Item number 4.
well then, yes.
Yes. Phillips? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry, no.
No.
You don't call my name.
Williams.
We went through all that for nothing?
Yes.
Just kidding.
All right, what was previously noted?
Yes. All right, item number 5. Discussion and possible action regarding a request for legislative council to draft the ordinance establishing a comprehensive municipal hiring policy, including but not limited to required requests for qualifications, job descriptions, reporting, structure, salary ranges, positions hired by the mayor with or without city council advice and consent, and positions requiring city council approval following vetting. The draft ordinance shall consider existing city ordinances, applicable state statutes, and practices of similarly sized municipalities, and be referred to the ordinance committee for review.
You know, just before we get started, and again, I'm not trying to be an obstructionist, but I talked to legislative council before we got here. Obviously, you have the votes and you have the power, and I'm not, you know, that's your prerogative. But I think the way it should work is, on all these, is that the city attorney or corporate counsel should draft it, and then we send it to legislative council, and then they doctor it up or make their red lines, and then we all agree that that's the ordinance, that's what you want, and then we put it on the agenda, then you pass it, and then. Because legislative council is here to advise you, not really draft the ordinance. It's a technicality, but I just think we're going to be working together anyways. And you know, and I think that's what I raised with council is that if we do it, if I draft it first, and then we send it over, and then they mark it up, and then everyone's satisfied, then we bring it back to the board agenda, then it's done pursuant to the last sentence. City ordinances applicable state statutes and practices. So I think, I'm just suggesting that we do it that way. That's, I think, the proper legal way to do it. So that's my only point. Thank you.
I don't necessarily disagree with that.
I just, if legislative council is okay with it, I guess we're going to be okay with it. I just want to go on record as saying the reason we have legislative council is because your firm, not you personally, because you've been a breath of fresh air since you've been here, but your firm has not always been on the side of what is right and what is legally sound for the taxpayer community of Calumet City.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and but I'm here to say that I'm here to serve the people of Calumet City, the taxpayers, everybody, and to call balls and strikes and try to do things the right way and to work with you to get you to the end goal. And that's my goal, and that's my only goal. I really don't have a side. I just don't. And so, you know, I'm happy to work with them, and you know, if they think I missed it by that much and they added stuff, I'm not going to be pushing back on it. You have the vote, as long as it's legally sound, it's fine by me. I don't disagree with a take-home policy. I don't disagree with any of these things. I think these are well within your prerogative.
So I want to make a motion to pass number 5 with the amendment that instead of reading legislative council, it reads our city attorney.
Second. Well, now this isn't the city attorney, this is corporate counsel.
Corporate counsel.
Yeah, corporation counsel.
We don't know when the city attorney comes. We just paid the $10,000 a month.
So corporate attorney, correct?
Yes, you're correct, yes.
So we have a first and a second, so unless there's any more discussion.
Yeah, I'll just lastly say second, for discussion. I would like to just thank you for your transparency and thank you for your assistance and just your ability to work with our legislative council. We appreciate that, and I think that will give us a better perspective and a fresh perspective moving forward, and we can hopefully iron out anything that we have, any differences We just want to do the business of the people. Thank you.
I can see that, thank you.
They should have been sent you, Paul.
Pardon me, Alderwoman? Nothing. All right.
All right, there's a motion and a second.
I'm sorry, you need to reset, you said that you were amending the motion to say.
To read Corporation Council instead of Legislative Council.
So we have a first and a second to amend it to say corporate council instead of legislation council. Let's pass the amendment and then we'll vote to approve the amended ordinance. Is that what you're suggesting?
That is what I was saying.
Yes, I agree with the clerk. So this vote is going to be the amendment and then we'll come back to approve.
Okay.
So let's call the roll on the amendment.
Nelson? Yes. Phillips?
Yes.
Ivy?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Tillman?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Yes.
And now we just need a motion to approve number 5 as amended.
I motion to approve number 5 as amended.
Second.
Phillips?
Yes.
Ivy?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Tillman?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
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 All right, item number 6, is it going to be same amendment?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I motion to make the amendment to item number 6 to read as discussion and possible action regarding a request for corporate counsel to draft an updated ordinance establishing an ethics policy for elected officials, incorporating current state law requirements and modern best practices. Upon completion, the draft ordinance shall be referred to the ordinance committee
And legislative council.
and legislative council.
Thank you.
There's a second.
Second.
All right, roll call, please.
Phillips? Yes. Ivy?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Tillman?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
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 All right, item number 7, discussion and possible action regarding reimbursement to the city of Cayman City pursuant to the credit card policy following November 4th, 2025. Oops. My glasses talking. All right, sorry about that. All right, discussing and possible action regarding reimbursement to the city of Cayman City pursuant to the credit card policy following November 4th, 2025. Vote determining the credit card policy was violated. Just to give a quick update, and I was given 600 pages, which I split with one of my colleagues on the council to go through to pull out the questionable charges. Long since, there has been a FOIA for 21, 22, and 23. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I think we should probably wait until we get the results of that before we make a final determination on what the amount is.
So if I may, I don't know how you split it, but I did email the council what I went through. I went through all of 2025, and I highlighted all the things of concern. So whoever split it, you don't have to do the year 2025. I did that already.
No, I think it was 2025, it was 600 pages. So if you did all of 2025, then we just need to kind of make sure our numbers are aligned.
Just want to know what y'all came up with.
Yeah, I did all of 2025.
Okay, well,
600 pages included receipts.
yes.
What amount did you come with?
Excuse me, Finance Chair. Did
Sure.
the 600 pages, was that inclusive of 21 through 25?
No,
Or it wasn't?
it was receipts.
It was just, it was,
Receipts.
And is anybody going to tell us what the amount was just for 25?
I didn't add the amounts up, but it's a good amount.
yeah, I think in my 300 pages, I'm at 14,000 something, so.
So just so everybody know kind of the process, and
It sounds like we have the same, all three of us have the same year.
right, that's why I was saying whoever has 2025, you don't have to do what I did.
Okay.
It's been double worked out.
Oh, you already did it.
So we probably need to sit down and do cross-reference to make sure when we add it up that we didn't double anything.
And so what I was about to say is, this is like a due process step. What we decide isn't necessarily final. I think the mayor should be afforded the opportunity to explain any of the items away. And so we come back after we identify him, he explained, that this was for business purpose for whatever reason, and then we go to the next step after that.
So we would say, hey, you book 4 flights to Miami. What was it for?
Correct.
So, you could put it all on an Excel spreadsheet, right, and then have all the charges listed out, right, everything over the years, right, and then, date, da-da-da, description, and then he can respond and have a column to respond back, right? It's probably the easiest way to do it when you're putting together so massive like that, right?
May I ask, if it never came before the council, do we need an explanation? It's unauthorized.
Well,
I don't know that we got a city hall in Miami.
It seems to me that you're going back and auditing it, so whether it came before council or, it didn't come before council, I think that you would make a column for that maybe as well.
Add that to it.
Yeah, I would just add
Okay.
that to another column, probably.
Yeah, the items that are over $5,000, is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Yeah, so, I would break it out like that. And in that way, if we were going to afford the mayor an opportunity to respond, at least it's cohesive and it's going along, you can track it, and then you can, with an Excel spreadsheet, you can move it around, so the ones that are at issue, let's say there's some at issue at the end, then you can move those over onto another, flag them a different way. So that way you're not, and then that way the body, the legislative body can then share and look at the spreadsheet and make sure that everyone's in agreement.
I'm trying to
that
see,
if Alderwoman Nelson saw something that Alderman Wilson did it, that everything's caught, right? That nothing fell through the cracks. Alderman, that's my suggestion.
Well, for the sake of confusion,
Yeah.
less confusion. Would it be proper to just make the motion for us to direct the treasurer's office to tally up the totals?
Well, I think,
and make a determination,
I
what
think-
weren't city expenditures, city-related expenditures?
I think what you could do is then just mark up your sheets and send them to the repository, and, I don't want to create work for the treasurer, but somebody in this department to create the spreadsheet for you all. Right? So that way, you may have a disagreement with somebody else on what you think is the question of charge, and that way, they're all going onto one sheet, right?
Yeah.
And that way, you're not all comparing notes, trying to make sure you caught everything. You all go through all the pages, the charges, send them back to the treasurer's office, one spreadsheet comes out, and then you have it all.
So I have some.
And then it's listed, and a lot of those credit card statements allow you to export things to Excel spreadsheet. Like Amex does. You can export all the charges and then pull off the ones that are not in question.
Oh, that's a good point. Treasurer, do you have the files, actual files, where we can just be sent? Do we?
We have them electronically. I don't know that we'll be able to do what Corporation Counsel just said, but we can certainly explore that.
Right. Because I see them just as PDFs, but if we can't make it Excel, that will make it a lot quicker.
Yeah, I know like Amex allows you to export it to Excel. I don't know what card you have versus a bank charge. A lot of them have that feature where you can export it to,
Yeah. So I have
So
something.
we would be given the ones that are deemed non-city use, and we would compile those? Is that what the
I think they would.
ask is?
I think they would send you the ones that they have questions about. And then you would compile it, and then it would just be sent to the mayor, and then the mayor would give it an opportunity to say, oh, I was at the local
On the
coffee
beach.
shop, or I don't know, he would have a column as well to respond, and then I think that's what you're contemplating, right?
Exactly, yeah. The credit card policy says that, 7 days after we vote on a bill list, he's supposed to have those explanations. So essentially, we're just asking to retroactively give us those explanations before we take the next step.
Yeah, right, and I think that's the easiest way to do it, but, I mean, to the extent that it can be done, and the extent,
So I just want to add, so all the women, and men, now have to do somebody else's job that should have been stopped from the beginning, or people should have been told what was going on, which we know what's illegal and things that should not be paid for, but it was never addressed by certain departments. So again, here we go, doing somebody else's job, have to go create Excel sheets, and we pay these salaries. Then it goes to the very reason of why we need receipts and invoices immediately.
and I think that's right. Okay.
So are we tabling item number 7 until we can get the...
Yeah, we don't need a motion for it.
Okay.
It's no action.
All right. Item number 8, discussion and possible action regarding a request for legislative council to draft an ordinance establishing guidelines for the use of city-owned vehicles, including eligibility for vehicle assignment, take-home privileges, fuel usage and authorization, oversight and accountability measures, mileage, logging, and reporting of vehicle use outside city limits. The draft ordinance shall be referred to Ordinance Committee and Finance Committee. So I am going to assume that this is going to have the same amendment as 5 and 6 to amend Legislative Council to read Corporation Council. So can I have a...
And then for Corporation Council to send it to, the draft ordinance shall be referred to the Ordinance Finance Committee and Legislative Council at the end.
So do you want to just make the move for vote 89 to at the end?
What is number 9? Oh,
That's not.
yes. 8, 9, and 10.
8, 9, and 10?
Yes.
Okay. So let's, so it should be, Legislative Council should be Corporate Council, and at the end of every sentence, it say should refer to Legislative Council. So we're amending 8, 9, and 10, so we need a first, a second, and then a vote on the amendments.
Motion.
Second.
So
Roll
vote on
call,
the amendments
please. For the amendments for 7, 8, and
8, 9, and 10.
8, 9, and 10.
Yes.
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 Okay, so now we've amended 8, 9, and 10, so now we have now we go back to 8, a motion to approve 8. I guess you want to take them individually, so 8. So we need a first and a second, and then discussion, and then a vote.
So can we take them together?
Yeah, we could take them all together if you want, it's fine by me.
Yes.
So can I have a motion to approve 8, 9, and 10 as so amended?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Nelson, second by Alderwoman Phillips. Roll call.
Discussion
Oh, okay.
on 8. I just wanted to make sure that you all got my email regarding a city vehicle that should be parked on city property, but it was at the state rep's office in South Holland.
Yes.
Yes.
And then there was a response that he drove it while his car was being oil changed, but then when I passed by here, his car was out here. So we know who's driving that city vehicle. And I wanted to ask corporate counsel, is there a law against commingling public funds with various government entities? Like our city money is being used, city money and resources being used at the state, as his state office.
Hypothetically, I mean, without the facts, I mean, I think.
I sent you the email. I thought you were on.
I don't know.
Just say you don't read my emails. Go ahead.
No, I saw the white car, the white SUV, I saw it
Yeah.
parked.
Okay.
I read your email. I just don't know whose car it is,
It's the city. City came and said.
I mean, broadly and in general, yes, you cannot commingle funds or commingle money, that's right, in any sense, right? That should not be done. So, I mean, but obviously, you know, the mayor has two hats, so there's going to be some crossover there.
No way. No, sir, it shouldn't be. No.
Well, I mean, I'm just not talking about, all right, maybe he shouldn't be commingling money for one and the other. What I'm talking about is going to be some crossover when he's in a meeting and somebody says mayor, and then somebody says, hey, what about that? There's going to be some crossover.
No,
But
we just
I don't
talking
think
about the
there
car
should be-
that should have been
Yeah,
here.
the car should be, I don't know enough about the car issue, but if the hypothetical is somebody else was using the car that's on the state payroll that was using the city car to drive over to his state office, the answer is, yeah, they shouldn't do that.
Okay, thank you.
But that's, if that, I don't know if that happened or not, but that's the allegation.
I just want to add to that briefly. The car has been brought back to City Hall. It is in the parking lot. And this elected body does have the authority to just check the inventory of vehicles from time to time. We've been provided with plates. We've been provided with VIN numbers. So we do have the authority to, from time to time, pop in and just check on vehicles and where they should be parked.
And I think we're going to work on that when we, right? Number 8, right. That's what we're going to work on, how that works. We still have number 1.
Right.
So, you know, I think, what do you think about making a motion to approve the bills to be paid as presented, and then give everybody here till Monday to comment back to the treasurer's office if there's anything that,
No, because every time we do that, it get paid and
yeah, I guess what I'm suggesting is, instead of coming back in a meeting again, that you approve the bill as presented, tell the treasurer not to mail the checks out till Monday, and if people have to say there's not supporting documents, that then stop, email him and say, I want more information on this bill before you pay it out, and instruct the treasurer not to pay bills.
So, excuse me, I don't think we voted on the last 8 and 9 to approve. We did it to amend, but not to approve, please.
We're still in discussion. I want to have discussion on item 9. And the clerk, if you will, I wanted to kind of talk about the history of this, because we couldn't quite remember when certain duties were taken and when certain duties were given, and what exactly it is that you're no longer doing and doing. Do you mind?
So I believe the letter was dated June something of 2021 from Mayor Jones, when all of my duties were taken.
Which duty specifically?
Everything, all of the collector duties, all of the, just everything, adjudication. Well, the liens were farmed out prior to him, just because there were so many liens. That's it. Just like the FOIAs were farmed out just because there were so many FOIAs, and there was limited employees in the clerk's office to have it. So that's the only thing that was, I was still over it, but it was farmed out to another department prior to Jones' administration. But since then, everything in the clerk's office have been taken. All of the duties other than sitting here.
And the agenda was formerly yours, or no?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But that wasn't was that by ordinance, or?
No, nothing was ever done by ordinance. It was a letter that said you would no longer, I believe the previous council would not, the new people would not have gotten this letter, of course, because it was in the last council right after the election. So, June, there was a letter that the mayor sent to the entire city council, and the letter stated, clerk, you will no longer, you will no longer do the agenda, you will no longer supervise, these duties will go directly to the city administrator, Deanne Jaffrey. And so all of the employees started to report to Deanne, and everything was taken and put under the city administrator during that time.
The collector, though, is that a state statute or?
Well, the city clerk has always been, and I know people have said that, the city clerk historically has always been the collector in the city. They were never separated. So there was never a need to do that because the city clerk, as elected, was separated, and duties are not supposed to be changed within a term, just like your salary cannot be changed within a term.
Okay.
Did that answer your question? Alderman Tillman, did you need some more clarification?
Yeah, I was mostly asking that for the new aldermen, so if they're satisfied with the history of it.
They have some questions that, the sale of the city stickers, the sale of the business licenses, the animal licenses, the animal tags, anything that the city, any permits, any licenses, garage, adjudication, court, although the clerk worked with other departments, the police department and the building and zoning, those things I no longer do since 2021. So I would do the water department too, but that will be off and on depending on the caseload of the clerk's office. So that is something that I don't have to supervise, but the clerk's office should be directly supervised by the city clerk.
So you're not currently supervising the cashiers downstairs?
No.
So the collector can't see what's being collected?
No.
Is this ready to go?
Yeah.
Do we need to have?
Yeah, I don't think any.
Okay. Are y'all done with discussion? You done with that? Okay. All right, item number 1.
Alderman Williams?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I think we still have to call the roll.
Oh, I thought we voted on that already. Okay.
Probably should have taken them individually, but.
Okay.
Harvey?
What is the exact motion? Did we make the amendment?
Yeah, we made the amendments at 8, 9, and 10. We approved those, and now we have a motion to approve, I think.
Because I don't remember voting on the amendment.
Now you're voting to approve the amended 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, as amended. All right. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Wilson?
Yes.
Tillman?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Gardner?
Yes.
Nelson? Yes. Phillips? Yes.
All right, back to item number 1.
Alderman Williams?
Yes.
I am able to shed some light on the process, some of the questions that were being asked. The UB refunds, the utility billing refunds, don't normally come with backup. They are batched in the water billing department and sent along in a separate batch from the clerks or the water billing department. Purchasing also puts their PO back up in a separate file and sends that along to IT as well as the AP desk in the treasurer's office. We compile our own backup file and send it along to IT. Those 3 files are combined into one PDF in Adobe and then placed into Municode. So that could account for some of the lack of, chronological order would be impossible. Alphabetical order, if there's some abnormalities with alphabetical order, that's why there are 3 separate files being combined into one.
Okay, so we've gotten it all, if it's alphabetical order or whichever order. If you go back the very first time you gave us the big pile, you were trying to be facetious, but nevertheless, it was all in order. Then the next scan, everything, you could literally go from the bill list and just go up the line by line. And the third time it happened again. So why now? But you don't even have to answer, because at the end of the day, I do understand the system. I may not know the intricate details of it, but I know that you are the treasurer, and you are supposed to have those receipts. So I believe they should come from you, and the more I read the IML information that they sent us about the duties, it specifies that certain things are supposed to come from you. So that's all I have to say.
They are coming from our office,
Okay.
but they're combined with other files.
Tarka, the last 3 times, everything was in order, even with the big pile. So this time it's not. That's all I'm saying. It makes it so much easier to not have to go back, check. That's why I miss certain things.
Well, I don't do that personally.
But you guys are the bosses.
And it's not even accomplished in my office.
Tarka,
I
your
said
staff
once
did it
again-
the last 2 times.
I said, once again, they are combined into one file by the IT department and then loaded into your Muni code. I will research that and see what kind of alphabetation programming there is in Adobe. And we'll go from there.
So that goes back to also that SunGuard, because I see SunGuard on the pay stub information. I mean, if the systems are not working and we're in 2026, then we're using outdated software. We're using outdated companies. Whichever way it is, we deserve those receipts. And I'm going to end it with, a lot of folks make a lot of money up in here. Some of these folks make close to over $120,000 to $50,000. I don't care what you have to do.
All right, so is it the consensus of the council to approve the bill list predicated on the, to being provided with the backup information in alphabetical order to align with the way that it is in the bill list? Okay. All right, can I have a motion to that effect? All right, it's going to be a motion to approve the bill list as presented, predicated on the backup documents being provided to the alderman before Monday in alphabetical order, aligned with the way that it appears on the bill list.
Discussion. So, and I apologize, but I don't have a computer in front of me and I'm trying to go off of memory. There were some attorneys on the bill list. Whose attorneys are those? It was located in the east. One was in the east. I don't know if it's EMS, EHS, it said. So just for me, if we can remove anything dealing with an attorney. It was under the E's.
EMS management?
Is it EMS, Matt? No. I thought it said attorneys.
The law office of Deanna
Who is
R.
it? The who?
The law office of Deanna R.
Who is that?
That's on the bill list.
Does anybody know who that is?
Is that?
Do y'all work with that attorney?
Is that the Deanna for the union?
Workers' comp?
The labor lawyer.
The labor lawyer?
Labor lawyer? Okay, no. You gotta pay her.
That would be her? Okay.
Rosenbaum Hall.
Yeah.
She's in some of those itemized bills.
From Ansel Lane.
Yes, but also every other page is blanked out. You could tell that it didn't come through there either.
So we don't have documentation for it.
It's probably, it was so much, but it was so many different pages that it just showed like the wording didn't come through. But again, that's the second or third time I've brought that up, that some of the documents are not, and you guys can pull it up. You can't see everything. There's a lot you can see, but then it just shows that something was blanked out.
So is the wishes to remove that item from the bill list?
You can keep it. Yeah, they can vote.
Now, if there's some reservation,
It
Pull it
becomes
off.
overwhelming, though.
I'm sorry, say that again.
It becomes overwhelming.
I understand. Okay, there was a motion and a second. We can call the roll.
No.
Yes.
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 All right. With that,
Before we adjourn, I just want to make one quick statement. Earlier, it was said that this is an illegal meeting because public comment wasn't put exactly on the agenda. I've since kind of looked up the Attorney General binding opinions, and I just want all the councilmen to know that this is absolutely not an illegal meeting. Everybody's going to be fine as long as we allow the opportunity for members of the public to comment, which we did. It's okay. There's nothing in Calumet City Code that says it must be printed. In fact, Calumet City Code says that immediately following the meeting, public comment shall be had. So it says that it's just automatic within our code. So we're fine. If something is filed, I guess it'll just be a waste of time. Thank you.
There's no adjournment either, I just know.
so with that, with no further business to come before the city council, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Phillips, second by Alderwoman Harvey. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Y'all heard our official council adjourned.
I found something in the old meeting, it might be like that long. It says here, power, and hey, that Gordon Flush that was brought up, that's our combination. Like everyone does. Was Rail Hair on there or no? There you go. Because that's one where we gotta buy more vests.